The problem I have with questioning sometimes is that a lot of the time we're looking to catch our youngsters out in a lie. We want to prove that they're lying because we know that they lie to us. And they do lie to us. Of course they lie to us. They lie to us because they don't want to get themselves or somebody else into trouble usually, because actually if they did tell the truth, then we mightn't really like them as much. They might be too afraid of our reaction, and so it's easier not to tell us the full truth. So when we ask them questions, we're often trying to catch them out in this lie. So we'll use another example of a youngster whose year head rang you and said, look, just so you know, I had to put Johnny in detention today because he was fighting with his best mate during one of the classes. It was all a bit out of character. He's never done it before. He was in detention over lunchtime, but we felt you should know. So you're very shocked. Your Johnny never fights with anybody, and here he is suddenly getting put in detention. So he comes home, all right? And so you're standing there, and he comes in the door. You've been waiting for ages, and he comes in and he goes, so, how was school? Nice open question there. Plenty of rope to hang himself. And of course, Johnny, who's thinking, well, you know, I didn't get a note home. It's not like I have to show her anything or show him anything. So I'll chance my arm. So he chances his arm and goes, yeah, it was all right, you know, just the usual, like just loads of homework, you know. But it's all right, like. School was all right, was it? A bit of echoing there. Yeah, it's all right, man. Yeah, it's all right. Okay, so there was no fighting or anything there today, was there? At which point, Johnny knows that the game is up, and he'll go, not really. Oh, really? Not really. So, you know, there was nobody who was fighting in class and got put in detention today. Oh, yeah, well, that... Oh, so what? You thought you just lied to me, was it? You just thought you'd come in here, what, tell me a barefaced lie? You didn't think you could just come in here and tell me what happened? No, you thought you'd come in here because, what, I wouldn't care? Is that it? Well, I don't care now. Why don't you get up to your room, and when you're finished thinking about how you're treating me, lying to me like that, maybe we can have a conversation. But until then, I don't even want to see you. Get up to your room. So Johnny, of course, heads up to his room, probably muttering some very foul things under his breath, feeling really aggrieved and very hurt about the fact that you really don't seem to care. And fair play to you, you caught him out in the lie, and that was well done. But what I would suggest to you is that it's not actually that important to catch him out in the lie. And in fact, if you use the starting point of what you already know, you're much more likely to find out more of the truth. So if, when Johnny had come home, you had started off by saying, so, love, I got a phone call from your year head, and he said that you and Mikey were fighting, and they had to put you in detention over lunchtime. What happened there? You rarely ever fight with Mikey. Oh, man, oh, God, he was wrecking me head, like he was just slagging me the whole time. Was he slagging you? But sure, I've talked to you about if he slags you, just ignore him. You're in the middle of class. You can't be going around, you know, reacting to being slagged in the middle. Just ignore him. I did ignore him, man. I did, I swear. I ignored him, but then he started slagging you, so I hit him. Did you, son? Good man. Will we have a little bit of dessert? All right, so again, who knows if that was the full truth, but you got closer to the story because you started off with the premise of what you know, all right? So if you have to ask questions, and there are times when you have to ask questions, try and ask the open ones, the who, what, where, why, when, and how questions. Not the did you, are you, will you, do you, and all those ones, all right? Because they only invite a yes or a no answer, which means you're much more likely to get the conversation closed down. So if you have to ask questions, ask nice open ones to try to open the conversation up, and don't bother trying to catch your youngsters out in a lie.